Welcome to another edition of Let's Talk. I am your host, Hound Dog Buck 50. On this one, I wanted to talk about best ways to get over a breakup. I always like to do, I prefer to do material when inspired. So if it seems that I don't always drop something. Sometimes it's because I just like to get an organic inspiration to do something. And I work at a cigar lounge and I DJ there. And one of the young cats that worked there was feeling a little down, and he was telling me that this girl broke up with him, and apparently he didn't see it coming. I don't know if she broke up with him on the phone. He could sort of hear the other dude, in the background because she was FaceTiming him. So I was just, trying to, give him a little bit of light to the situation. And that sort of made me think about this. When it comes to something like this, you could go on and on about what you could do, but you know how that goes. If I do that, I'll be doing a 3-hour blog, so you just have to try to summarize it. One of the things you don't want to do is you don't want to victimize yourself. If you're trying to get over it, you don't want to victimize yourself. Don't blame yourself. You don't want to do that, because then you're just abusing yourself. You get nowhere with that, because what you got to realize is these things happen to everyone. Some of us, as far as men go, and this, a lady could watch this and learn something from this too, but I'm just talking from a male perspective. Men, we don't all look the same. Some of us look cooler than others. Some of us may be better looking than some. Some of us may have better physiques, more aura, whatever you want to call it. But one thing's for sure, no one is above getting hurt. It happens to all of us. And once you realize that it happens to everyone, you're able to deal with your breakup a little bit better. It's not just you. Trust me. It happens to everyone at some point in their lives. Another thing you have to do, I suggest you learn to spend some time alone. Because some people, when they get broken up with, so to speak, they want to jump into something else. But when you're alone, you got time to self-reflect. And if you're the type of person that always has to jump into something, if someone, if the relationship doesn't work out, then you may have to look yourself in the mirror, because you may have some issues with self-esteem and having the need to get validated. It's not to say that when you were with that person that you did not have feelings for that person. We're not going to say that. But sometimes we want the validation more than we want the actual person. And so that's one of those things that you have to question yourself if you always try to jump into something. So I would just say, learn to spend time alone, and learn to love you, so to speak. And then another thing, during the breakup, you got to try to stay busy. Whether it be working more hours on your job, or finding a new routine that you can get into. Going to the gym, karate lessons, anything. Just stuff to keep you busy. And I I know some people, there might be somebody saying, well, you know what? I'm not going to get into that yet. But like I said, you want to stay busy. Uh, because if you're busy, they have a saying, idle time creates the devil's workshop. If you're busy, you don't got time to be dwelling on the breakup. Another thing, you try to avoid places that you think that person might be, because you don't need to be dragging yourself through any more emotion than you need to. With something like this, you might have a person say, well, what if I work with my girl? I can't avoid her. You know what? Try your best. If you do work with them, try your best. If y'all go to lunch at the same time, try not to go where they go. Just try your best. You got to try your best to stay away from that person, because you need time to get over the situation. Then one of the biggest things is you don't want to you don't want to act out on emotion. You don't want to do anything stupid. Too many times people in relationships have acted out of emotion, hurt the person that broke up with them, hurt themselves, sometimes even killed that person, kill themselves. What you got to understand is this is just one stop in life. There'll be many more girlfriends, many more boyfriends for the women out there. You don't want to get so emotionally riled up to where you just do something crazy to jeopardize your future, because you gotta always look at the big picture. When you look at the big picture, you see things from a different angle. When you think short term, you think for the moment. Oh well, how good it would feel if I did something to this person at the moment. But when you think that way, you're not seeing the big picture. Because do you really want to ruin your life over this person that's with the person you used to date? Or even was married to? Do you really want to do that? Do you really want to throw it all away for that? No, you don't. What you got to do, you got to give yourself time to heal and recover. And when you do that and you get to that point of recovering, you realize, okay, I'm okay now. But it takes time. And you don't just get over things, overnight. That person broke up with you, you're going to feel a little way, but you got to deal with it. You just got to deal with it. It happens. These things happen in life. People get fired from jobs, and it just goes on and on. People get broken up with. Sometimes you're the one doing the breaking up. Sometimes you're on the other end of getting broken up with. But bottom line, you got to deal with it. And like I said before, once you realize that it's not just happening to you, you're able to process things a lot easier. So these are just a few tips on how to cope with dealing with a breakup. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, peace, love, and whatever else you think of love.